Ever feel like you're trying to catch a runaway train when it comes to market trends?
Always a step behind.
Exactly. But what if I told you there's this new indicator, Spearhead? It's less about chasing and more about anticipating those big market moves.
It's funny you say that because that's precisely what has people excited. It's not just another indicator, it's designed to give you a real edge.
And that's what we're diving deep into today, how it works, why it matters, and most importantly, how it can help you, the listener, make smarter decisions.
And we're going beyond just the surface level. We've really dug into the developer notes, marketing materials, really trying to understand the core of what makes Spearhead tick.
And what we found is that it all boils down to this concept of momentum.
Right, and not just momentum in the general sense, but the ability to compare the strength of different price trends side by side.
So instead of just seeing that, say, the tech sector is moving up, Spearhead lets you gauge how strong that upward movement actually is.
You got it. It's about understanding the intensity of the trend. Is it a gradual climb or a full-on sprint?
Okay, I'm intrigued, but let's make this concrete. The material mentioned, comparing any standard financial instrument,
Mhm.
like a stock or ETF, against something completely unique, a custom index that you build.
Now that's where things get really interesting. Most indicators just show you what's happening in the broader market, right?
Fine.
But Spearhead flips the script. It lets you create your own personalized benchmark with up to 7 assets weighted however you choose.
So let's say I'm bullish on clean energy. I could create an index of my top 7 clean energy stocks and see how they stack up against, I don't know, the S&P 500.
Precisely. You're not limited to preset benchmarks. You can tailor it to your specific interests or investment strategy.
That's wild. It's like having a custom-built comparison tool for your portfolio. But let's say I am tracking the performance of, let's say, my own portfolio, and I'm comparing it to something like a government bond. How does Spearhead actually show me that information? Because, let's be honest, staring at a spreadsheet full of numbers isn't exactly going to get me excited.
That's where Spearhead really shines. It takes all that data and presents it visually.
So it's not just a bunch of numbers.
No, not at all. Think of it like a dashboard, but for momentum.
Okay, I like the sound of that.
You'll see bars representing your benchmark and a line for your custom index.
So in my clean energy example, I'd see those two side by side, and it would be obvious, like visually, which one's got more momentum.
Exactly, and it uses color coding to make it even clearer.
Okay, how does that work?
Green or blue, that's upward momentum.
Gotcha.
Red, you guessed it, downward.
So I could quickly see if my clean energy picks are, surging ahead of the S&P or if they're lagging behind.
It's all about quick, easy to interpret visuals.
That's really cool. But I got to ask, what's the engine behind all this? I mean, the source material mentioned this ADX calculation. What is that exactly?
Oh, you're getting to the heart of it.
This is the nerdy part, right?
Kind of, but it's actually pretty cool. The ADX, or Average Directional Index, it's like a measure of how much power is behind a trend.
So a strong ADX means what? The trend has legs.
Exactly. It tells you not just the direction, but the conviction.
So it's not just about whether something's going up or down. It's about how strong that move is likely to be.
You got it. And Spearhead uses that calculation to compare both your custom index and your benchmark so you get this nuanced view of their relative strengths.
Wow, that is cool. Okay, so we've talked about clean energy, but what about other ways to use this thing? I know the developers had some pretty interesting examples.
Oh, yeah. And the best part, they basically said they've only scratched the surface.
Really?
Yeah, they see it as a tool limited only by the user's creativity, which is kind of exciting.
It is. And one example that really stuck with me was this whole idea of using Spearhead to analyze what they called the tip of the spear of major indices. What do they mean by that? So this tip of the spear idea, it's about focusing on the heavy hitters, right? Not the whole team.
Exactly. Instead of trying to track, say, all 100 stocks in the NASDAQ 100, you focus on the top 7.
The ones that really move the needle.
Yeah, those key players, and you can use Spearhead to see if they're actually driving the action.
So I could see the NASDAQ 100 going up, think everything's rosy, but Spearhead might show those top stocks are actually losing steam.
Right, it's like a warning sign.
Most people would totally miss.
Exactly. The index might look good on the surface, but underneath, those leaders are losing momentum. It could be a sign of trouble ahead.
Wow, that's insightful, but it makes you wonder, if you can use it for something like the NASDAQ 100, what about like emerging markets?
You absolutely could.
Could Spearhead give you an edge there too?
Yeah, let's say you're interested in, I don't know, a certain segment of tech in Southeast Asia.
Okay.
You could create a custom Spearhead index with, say, 5 promising companies in that space.
And then compare that to.
Broader emerging markets ETF or something.
So you could see if those companies are really outperforming.
Exactly. Are they riding a real wave or is it just hype? Spearhead can help you cut through the noise.
This is amazing. It's like having a personalized radar for any corner of the market.
That's the beauty of it. It's adaptable to your interests.
Well, on that note, I think we've reached the end of our deep dive into Spearhead. We've covered a lot of ground, from its unique approach to momentum comparison, to its visual design, to all sorts of potential applications.
And don't forget, we've only scratched the surface.
That's right. The real excitement comes from taking these ideas and applying them to your own trading and investing. So until next time, keep those minds curious and happy investing.